let's do it. Let's do it.
What is going on, you guys? What is going on, you guys? Good morning. Good morning to all. I got my coffee. I hope you do. The Eagles are 5-0. The Cowboys got their ass whooped. What else do we need? It's a perfect morning for me. I'm having a good day. I hope y'all are as well, man. We're going to get into a lot of things, man. It's your boy Joe Castro, a.k.a. Philly Fresco, and it is another episode of Philly's Morning Show. So let me get this mic a little bit closer to me. You know what I'm saying? We got things to talk about. I want to make sure y'all can hear me. So we are going to get into this, man. We have a lot to talk about. The Eagles may have finally found their stride. I do have a poll question up, so definitely get to the poll question if you guys haven't already. We already got 12 votes on it. Have the Eagles found their groove, man? Have they hit their stride? 75% of you guys are saying yes. 25 are saying no. 25% are saying no. Yeah. Last night was a fun one. Last night we definitely had James on here. James talked about his loss, and it felt good. It felt good to hear that. I ain't gonna lie. The Cowboys are looking good. The Eagles not so much. The Eagles are looking good. The Cowboys not so much. And he said as much, man. People were asking if he thought the Eagles were the best in the division. He said they are. He even said that we had that championship, material type. It was a beautiful day. Just go re-listen to it. It was nice to hear him just being honest with himself, because it wasn't with us. We already knew this, right? We already knew that the Philadelphia Eagles were great and on to great things, and things were looking good for us. But it's nice to hear him being honest with himself every now and then. You got to do that, right? I try to be the good friend that allows him to learn through, pain, I guess. It is what it is. But shout out to everybody already in the chat. We got 13 people in the chat. Who we got in here, man? Who we got in here? We got it won't let me. I got KJ, always the first one up in here. We got Herb T up in here, King Dread, Antonio Holmes. Who else? We got MC. Antonio Holmes said, have my alarm set so I wouldn't miss today. I appreciate you, brother. Linda said, BGJ and Dallas Cowboys better wake up and remember Kellen Moore coming back for vengeance. If they lose that game, I promise you, I try to be nice. I try to be calm and not be one of those yelling, going crazy type fans, but I'm gonna talk my talk. If them boys lose to Kellen Moore, I'm gonna talk my talk, especially if that offense goes crazy against the Cowboys defense, because they're looking real suspect right now. And I know they just had another injury, so I can't wait for that game. I'm looking forward to that game. Jets on that. Josh, don't say that. Yeah, they have another injury as well. Elijah Vera Tucker apparently is out, so they're just getting worse. I feel bad for them. They finally had a win yesterday, or Sunday, I should say. When did they play? Was it Monday or Sunday? Either way, they played. They won. But now they have another injury, so it kind of sucks. I feel bad for them. Never want to see that. I never want to beat teams when they're already beat up, right? Like it doesn't really do anything for me. It really doesn't do anything for me. I want to play teams at their full strength, because people are going to talk about it. They already are with a 5-0. Who have you played? Even though we've played two pretty darn good teams in the Bucs, who, Baker Mayfield right now, I think is third in under pressure throws, right behind Pat Mahomes and somebody else. So, look, we played some good teams, and then you got Matthew Stafford. We're going to talk about it all, man, because at the end of the day, I'm glad that you said that, Josh. I am glad you said that, because that's what we're going to talk about. King Dress said not just 5-0, but also battle-tested, ready to go to war with whoever. Facts. What's going on, Benjamin? Yes, sir, 5-0 feels. What's going on, David? 5-0 feels good. Man, we are starting to find the groove. It's still work to be done, but I definitely left the game feeling more confident. Yeah, it's going to be a long day for Zach Wilson. I agree. What's going on, Richard? What's going on? But look, shout out to my nephew for being in the chat, but he said y'all played to y'all comp. And I wanted to talk about that because, look, we held the Rams to, I believe, a season low in yardage. And that, it begs the question, are we playing to our competition, or did we just find out what works? You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's not. I'm starting to feel like maybe, I'm hoping, let's put it that way. I'm hoping that the Philadelphia Eagles kind of found out what they needed, and maybe that was Bradley Roby, because Bradley Roby straight up put the straps, not to, shout out to Strap, but he put the straps on Cooper Kupp. It was crazy. It was insane. We have the stats right here. I'll pull them up. But it was kind of crazy to see how well he was able to do against Cooper Kupp. This is the second half stats. Cooper Kupp on Bradley Roby, 3 targets, 1 reception, 5 yards. Now let's remember, right? And let's walk down memory lane. Cooper Kupp absolutely ate us alive on that first drive. And after that first drive, he was basically a non-factor. He was, and it's crazy. Obviously, the first half, it felt like they could do whatever they wanted to. They only had 2 scoring drives. It was 14 points, but it felt like they could do whatever they wanted to. And then in the second half, it was a huge shift. So I'm hoping that at halftime, Sean Desai was like, all right, we try to, hold Bradley Roby out, but we need him out there. And I'm hoping that he's the guy that really made that big shift. And it also comes down to Justin Evans. I mean, we're going to, today I'm probably going to go through the whole all 22, probably do a full video on it. But it comes down to Justin Evans, too. Justin Evans being healthy gives you that communication that you've been lacking, to be 100% honest. I mean, there has been so many times where you see, whether it be Darius Slay or whether it be James Bradbury or Josh Jobe, getting beat deep because there's no safety coverage. There's no safety help. The safety got, pulled with their eyes somewhere else. So that also, in my opinion, had a huge factor to do with it. And then you got a guy named Jalen Carter. I told y'all that Jalen Carter was going to be a big part of this game. And I don't think I had to tell you guys. I think you guys knew what was going to go on with him. But I'm going to say it again. I told y'all that Jalen Carter is that guy, man. We need to keep on feeding that man. Keep feeding him snaps, because we saw what happened. And even when he wasn't making plays, again, he is just a monster. I mean, it was so much fun watching him, and it's so much fun having a guy like that on this team. Fletcher Cox was a lot of fun to watch when he was, in his prime, but seeing Jalen Carter do what he does, it is it is fun. I'm loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Hopefully I don't get, copyright stricken for that. But, I'm loving it, man. We got that Mick Jalen combo when you got Jalen on offense, Jalen leading the defense. It's just Jalen's everywhere. So I love this. And then you got Nakobe Dean hopefully coming back this week. We'll see what happens with that. Obviously, look, Nick Morrow has been playing well, right? Zach Cunningham has been playing well. We haven't really seen anything from Christian Ellis, but I don't know what you're going to do with Nakobe Dean, and that's a good problem to have. That's a great problem to have. Maybe it's a rotation that we're looking at now. Maybe it's maybe Nakobe Dean just goes right in there and starts again. I don't even know what I would do there, but it's nice to have those options, right? Options is a beautiful thing. I love that. It's like having money in your pocket going to the mall compared to when you don't got no money, right? When you ain't got no money and you go to the mall, it ain't that fun. But when you got money in your pocket, you're like, hey, I could get what I want. I could do what I want to do. And that's kind of where we are in this situation with the linebackers. I love it. I really do. I think that the Eagles have found something that works for them in that secondary. And I'm truly hoping that this is, not just a flash in the pan, right? Not just a hot, they're blowing smoke in my ear. I don't know any good, analogies. Y'all give me one. Y'all should have smoked the Rams in Washington. We should have. I mean, we did kind of smoke the Rams, but the Rams are good. I don't know. Washington and the Rams aren't on the same base, especially when you add in the fact that they had Cooper Kupp back. So, that offense has been electric. We were able to hold them to under 250, I believe. So, and then in the second half, we held them to 0 points, which is amazing, beautiful. We haven't been able to do that to anybody. So I liked what I saw. I mean, the Rams, are they a Super Bowl? Are they the same team as they were when they won the Super Bowl? No, I mean, definitely not. There's obviously not the amount of stars that they had, but they're still a pretty darn good team. And to go out there and do what we did to them, I'm proud of my team. I really am. Davon Tyree said, what's up, Joe? I was in LA, definitely a home game. We made SoFi like the link on the west side. That's what's up, bro. I didn't realize that SoFi was like right in the middle of the hood. Isn't it like right in the middle of the hood? I could be wrong about that. I've never been to LA, but I don't know. I forget where they said it was, but isn't it like a Crenshaw or something like that? I was like, bro, why are they playing there? They ain't got nowhere else better to put it. But hey, either way, yeah. Anywhere we go, it becomes a home game. That's one thing that I'm noticing, that I'm learning real quick, and the NFL is going to learn that real quick if they don't know. Anywhere we go is a home game, because I went to the Tampa game. I live out here in Tampa, and when I tell you it was a home game, especially by halftime, there was no Buccaneers fans out there. It was crazy. You could hear Eagles chants throughout the stadium, and that's what gives us that other upper hand, right? Because a lot of teams can go to other places. A lot of teams can, have good coach or whatever. We have all that, right? But what we also have is a fan base that will go to any game, a fan base that will travel to almost any game. And that is huge. It's nice off the 105. All right, Inglewood. Cheap area to put a that's what I'm saying. Inglewood. Like I said, I've never been to LA, so I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm Nipsey Hussle. But you could have picked a better place. Where is the Raiders Stadium? Are they in Las Vegas as well? Right? Where are they? Can we please cut Terrell Edmonds? Please, he's a liability. I agree with you. I ain't gonna lie. I have no good analysis for that. I agree with you. He needs to go. He hasn't done anything for us but give me a headache. So I'm definitely with that. Desai made the adjustments. Yeah, Richard, and that's what we wanted to see, man. We've said this all off season. When he first got hired, he said all the right things. He really did. He said all the right things, but it was about seeing it in, putting it into place, right? Actually putting it into work. And he's done that. There's been numerous games. I feel like you can go back to the Vikings game. The second half, he really put some good things out there. And, shout out to the Vikings. I feel bad for them, too. They lost Justin Jefferson for the year. Or not for the year, but he's on IR for a while. So that definitely is not fun. And he was about to break some records. So sucks to see. You never want to see guys get hurt, but it is what it is, man. But yeah, Desai's been doing his damn thing, and I felt that defense yesterday. I definitely felt that defense yesterday or Sunday. I always say yesterday. I think the disguise of this team. I think that's the disguise of this team. If I don't have to use my full power to beat you, I won't. But I don't like that. I don't like that because that will creep up on you, right? That it's hard to. Maybe we're blessed in that sense that we could just turn it on like that, but I don't think that you can. I think that if you go into a game and say, this should be an easy one, you can get snuck up on real quick. Now, like I said, if they have the power, the superpower to just say, hey, turn it on now, then, God bless. That's great. But I doubt that they can. I don't think that that's a good mindset for any NFL team to just say, we could probably win this no matter what, so who cares? We can't do that. We got to go into every game like it's a championship game. We do. Our secondary is ready. I'm hoping. I definitely am hoping. That sack Carter did to Stafford was mean. Which one? The first or the second one? My boy was eating, bro. He was eating, and we're lucky to have Jalen Carter. We really are. Carter looked like a Cane Corso throwing a doll around. He did. He was out there doing his thing. We still need some red zone work. Oh, we definitely do. But that's something that I think can be answered. And I'm glad that you bring that up because I was looking into that as well. And Brandon Lee Godwin put out this stat right here, which I love when people put out little random tidbits like this because I think this is very telling. We look at the red zone drives when Kenny Gainwell gets a touch, field goal, touchdown, turnover on downs, field goal, end of game, field goal, end of game. So that's 1 of 6 when the Eagles actually try to score. Red drives when DeAndre Swift gets a touch. Field goal, touchdown, field goal. That's 6 of 9. So I'm going to ask you guys because maybe I'm reading this wrong. Who do you think? I've been saying this too, but who do you think should be the red zone running back? Who do you think should be in there on goal line plays? And I've said this before because it was annoying the hell out of me that I kept seeing Kenny Gainwell getting thrown in there on red zone play because he's just not that type of running back. It's nothing against Kenny Gainwell. And again, I'm not saying he's trash. I'm not saying get rid of him, but that's not his game. Get him out as a receiver. Get him out, you know what I'm saying, in the middle of the field. Get him some touches out there. But when you're trying to make him, you're trying to put a round peg into a square hole, it doesn't work. It does not work. He's not that type of guy. So, we got to see more DeAndre Swift. And shout out to Nick Sirianni because he did say that his play calling needs to be better. And I'm hoping that personnel is a part of that. I think Howie is watching the movements of Jeremy Chin and now Justin Simmons for a trade at safety. Yeah, look, people were bashing me when I said go get PS2, but they are talking about a full rebuild. They're talking about dismantling that team. If you want to give I love yard sales. You know what I'm saying? I love yard sales. I love estate sales. I love all that. So if you want to go ahead and give me something at a good discount, we will take it. We will take it all day. So whoever they're trying to give up, let's go get them. I'm down with that. If it's, if you want to go get Chin from the Panthers, that's cool too. But if we can get Justin Simmons, if we can get PS2, if we can get some of their defense, I'll take them all. I'll take them all. I think they got a pretty good linebacker. I'll take them all. I will take them all. I am not ashamed to say we need some help. Because right now we're at the time that we're not desperate. We're not a trash team. We're not a horrible team. But there's definite holes that we can fill, right? Just like that 2017 Super Bowl team. We weren't really solidified at that running back spot. We weren't solidified at that slot corner position. What did we do? We went out, got Patrick Robinson. We went out, got what's his name? Jay Ajayi, who we've had on the channel. Shout out to Jay Ajayi. So, look, if you see a hole, fill it. That's it. That just made me think of this show, Gen V. But anyways, if you find a weakness on this offense or defense, go ahead and make it a strength. There's no reason not to. We have the assets. We have everything that we need to do that. We have the assets. We got the money coming in next year. Whatever you need to do, we have what is necessary to do it. So go do it. Go do it. Oh man, I just skipped like 10. I just skipped like 10 comments. My bad. Yeah, where am I? Twist said, I'm loving the coordinators this year. Everyone's been dissing them. And I'm like, hold up, they're new. They're adjusting. They never call the game. They never call the game worse than the previous game. That's true too. I mean, I agree with that to a certain extent. You can probably look at the Washington game and say that was kind of iffy, but it's Las Vegas. That's where it is. Who's the other Los Angeles team? It's the Rams, and who else? Am I tripping? Who else is in Los Angeles? But either way, you look at the Washington game, you could probably look at that and be a little bit upset, like what happened. There was a little bit of a fall off. But outside of that, you're right. I mean, it feels like we've gotten better and better. So I'm with it. I want Chin is younger, but Simmons is a dog, but I think he's 29. Yeah, I mean, age ain't really a big deal to me. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, would you rather have a younger guy that can be with this team a little bit longer? Definitely. Don't get me wrong. But age ain't really a factor to me. I want to win a Super Bowl this year. And if a 3-year age difference, because I think Chin is 27, 26, something like that. If a 3-year age difference gets it, yeah, I'm down with it. I don't care. Joe, I got a question. How do you feel about both undefeated teams? Oh, that's a good question. We'll start with the Eagles. We're better now. I think the Eagles are so close. I really do. I think the Eagles are so close to being great. I think that the Eagles are maybe a personnel change, maybe a trade, maybe I don't really know what it is, but they are so close to being there. And I think that they're a Super Bowl contending team now. Don't get me wrong, but I do feel like there's something that needs to happen to put us over the edge. But I think that we are a very, very good team, and I think that it's impressive how we've been able to find wins in ugly situations, right? I think that the Rams game might have been our best all-around game. I think you saw all 3 phases in that game, but we're still not 100% there. Now the 49ers, look, they're a good team. I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to gaslight them or anything. They are a good team. They are a very good team. They have all 3 phases just like us, right? They even got Ray McLeod out there doing the punt returns. He's a baller. He's somebody that can make things happen. You got obviously a very good quarterback in Brock Purdy. I think we can all agree that he's proven that he's that guy for them. You got obviously the best running back in the league right now. You got a very good defense, and you have everything. They have everything. I think their secondary is a little bit weaker than people let on, but they have a very good front 7 that kind of covers that. So they have everything you need. Right? A great offensive line, everything you need. Great coach. We can go down the line, everything you need. But we beat them already, right? We beat them already. I'm ready to play them. I really am. I'm ready to play them. I would give them the head up right now. I would say, hey, they might be the better team than us right now because realistically, because of that Cowboys win, because that's a big statement win. But I can't wait to play them. I think that we can, I think we got something for them. Not to quote Micah Parsons, little sorry ass, but I think we do. I think we got something for them. I think that we will scrap with them, and I think that game will come down to the wire. I don't believe we will go out there and look stupid, like the Cowboys did. That was sad. Facts, cut Terrell Edmonds and make room for a young safety next to Chalk Dung. Yeah, I want to see what's up with Sidney Brown. I want to see what Sidney Brown can do. Second half adjustments from Desai was nice. I agree. It's about Nick letting his coordinators call the game. I agree. The second sack, I believe, yeah. I mean, both of them were just beautiful. When Gainwell is on the field, the offense stalls out. I mean, you ain't wrong. There's definitely been some runs that Kenny Gainwell's had that I'm like, all right, let's go. And there's definitely been some catches that he's gotten that I'm like, all right, let's go. But there's a lot of plays that I'm like, all right, he got to go. Why is DeAndre Swift not out there? Maybe it's you add another running back. Maybe that's the answer. Maybe you got to say, all right, let's go get somebody else that can kind of maybe be a better pass blocker, because that's really why Kenny Gainwell's out there. It's because he's a better pass blocker than DeAndre Swift. That's, I don't want to say the only reason, but that's the main reason why you still see him out there, because Gainwell is a actual pass blocker. That's really what it comes down to. Put in a poll, RB0 or Boston. I mean, Boston ain't going to take over for nobody. I mean, look, Boston Scott might be a good option, but I don't know. Maybe he's a good player in the red zone as well. So maybe, but it's all about pass protection, and he's not. None of those guys are really that good. But Kenny Gainwell is your best option. Swift definitely needs to be in, but like I said, it's about pass protection. They don't have anybody that can do it at a high clip outside of Kenny Gainwell. He's their best option. Brian Johnson does my head in when he can't see this. Swift should be in the red zone. The defense had to account for him, not Gainwell. He's not a threat. Facts. I agree. You should never put a rookie cornerback on an all-pro receiver. It could have been bad if Desai didn't make adjustments. Yeah, it was kind of weird how they wanted to bring Mario Goodrich in today, or in that game. It's like, bro, you had all this time and you want to do it against Cooper Kupp, you know what I'm saying? Or even Puka. I don't want to see. That's a terrible first game. But I mean, look, Bradley Roby did really good. So that we might have that answer right there. We might have our answer. We still not playing our best yet. I agree. Goal line should be Scott or Swift. Yeah, I agree with that. But then it kind of takes away your ability to pass the ball at a, respectable rate, I feel like. AJ, nothing but a number, Castro 2023. Facts. Hey, I don't give a damn. I don't care if you bring on a 50-year-old. Josh Norman just got re-signed, which I think is funny. But I don't care if they, you know what I'm saying? You can call my grandpops. If he's going to help us win, let's do it. You know what I mean? I really don't care. I do not care. Opeta is the truth. Isaac Opeta did very good. Isaac Opeta did very, very good. Very good. Is it Isaac or Sua Opeta? I don't know. I always mess up his first name. Him and Nick Morrow, I always mess up their first names. But Opeta did very, very good. And I hate to keep saying this, but I did tell you. I did say that we could have some faith in him. But I didn't think he would do as good as he did. He did very, very well. That whole offensive line, man. And it starts with Jason Kelce. Jason Kelce was not letting that man disrespect the tush push like he did. Aaron Donald disrespected the brotherly shove. He wasn't having it, and I love it. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I also love that we got 32 people in the chat. Be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe. I know you guys have a million other options. You know what I'm saying? You guys could be watching any. I know a couple different people do morning shows now, so I appreciate you guys always locking in with me, man. It means a lot to me. It really, really does, and we're going to keep on keeping on. You know what I'm saying? 10 o'clock every morning. We're going to sign T. Higgins in the offseason. That would be insane. One S away. Quez debatable. Quez Watkins. I know y'all hate Quez, man. Look. I'm going to be real with y'all, all right? Quez needs to come out. Hey, I will be real with y'all. That hurts to say because I do like Quez Watkins. Y'all know I'm cool with his trainer and everything. I had a lot of faith in him. I came out and said that he was working hard this offseason, which wasn't a lie. He was looking a lot better, which wasn't a lie. It feels like he folds and not folds, but he's disappearing, and it's whether it's Jalen Hurts, whether it's him, whether it's, and I think it's a mixture of both. I feel like it's kind of unlucky because the times that he is wide open, we're not seeing him. And then when we do get the ball into his hand, it kind of feels like we're forcing it. So people are kind of upset about that. It's not a big play, but it's kind of like the defense kind of sees it coming right away because it's like, they were forcing it to him. So it's a tough situation, man. It's a hard knock life. I don't know what to say about it. But Olamide definitely deserves those snaps. It is what it is at this point. It hurts to say that. Y'all know how much I love Quez, man. Y'all know that. And pay him what he is a 1B wide receiver. I don't know I've said this a long time ago, and I'm a stick to this. We have Howie, so I don't worry about money. I don't worry about draft picks anymore. Howie Roseman's going to figure it out. I'm dead serious. If he gets a guy on this team, he's got to figure it out. Like, we try to figure it out with Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. That didn't work, but it might be for the best. Unfortunately, he got hurt. That's not why I'm saying it might be for the best, but it might have been for the best. I don't think that at some point, all that we saw in the offseason with him getting mad at us, I think that would have came out at some point. So it might have been for the better. We're about halfway through the show. I want to go back to this poll real quick. We got 34 votes on it so far. Have the Eagles finally found their groove? 74% saying yes, 26% saying no. I'm going to say yes, man. I think that we have. I think that we have finally found our groove, and I think that we may have found the guy that is the glue to this defense, right? Like, when you look at that 2017 team, I feel like Patrick Robinson was unsung glue to that team. Like, him playing as well as he did in the slot made everybody else better, right? Because if you look at the rest of the secondary, it wasn't that great, right? I mean, you had Malcolm Jenkins out there, but you also had Jalen Mills. Who was our other cornerback? Who was our other corner? Was it Ronald Darby? Who was our other cornerback in the Super Bowl? Help me out here. Who was our other cornerback? But either way, it wasn't like we had all pro cornerbacks, and now we do. Now we have some really, really good cornerbacks. So, hey, I'm with it. I am with it. I'm excited to see what happens. We should line up Covey in the slot to run go routes. I take him over Quez. Yeah, but Quez's speed is real. That was a weird answer. Quez's speed is real. Like, Darby. Yeah, I thought it was Ronald Darby. Yeah, so, I mean, we did not have... Yeah, Jalen Mills and Ronald Darby. We did not have, amazing cornerback play. They played really good that year, but this year I feel like we have way better DBs. Hold on, you making excuses for DB, but you all were dogging Job. DB? Shake my head immediately. You would all be calling for Job Head, but it was Rick's and changed the narrative. What you mean? What do you mean by that? Because first of all, I wasn't dogging Joe. And Eli Ricks only got a couple of snaps. And he looked decent on those snaps. I'm going to be real. Like, he got one bad play on him, or like one or two bad plays on him. But for the most part, he was looking pretty darn good. I need to know what you mean by that, though. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you, Richard. My work keeps me from listening as much. I try to get every chance I get. I appreciate you, bro. I'm going to start doing more, like, probably during the day and stuff like that. I just got to get my groove going. The Eagles got to get their groove going. I got to get my groove going, too. Oz would have made that first down. Quez ran to the sideline and said, "Spunk Taz down." I mean, I'm going to be real with y'all. I don't really like all the negative. I get being upset with the plays. I get calling out players here and there, but like some of the stuff people say about Quez is just kind of crazy. Like, I've seen people say, "Oh, he got no heart." How do you know? How do you know that? Like, I don't like people saying that about any player. We don't know that. Unless it's one of those things that it's like, Jay Cutler out on a route, you know what I mean, where he just stands there. That's no heart. But a guy that's trying, I wouldn't say that he has no heart. I would say that he's just not fitting this offense. That's fair. But saying that someone has no heart because they're not doing what we don't want to do, I just think that's crazy. Or just saying, he's a this, he's a that. It is what it is. I mean, some people just don't do well automatically. It is what it is. He might go to a different team and do very well. McCole Hardman. I would not mind McCole Hardman. I would not mind McCole Hardman at all. I love McCall. He's fast as hell. I wonder what he's doing right now. I haven't really heard his name. Isn't he hurt? Didn't he get hurt? Am I bugging? Quez looks scary for contact because Smith was blocking for him. Yeah, I mean, it was a weird play. It was definitely a bad play. I'm not going to sit here and give him any type of, leeway on that. It was definitely a bad play. He should have ran on the inside. He had a lane, but he didn't. It is like, it is what it is. I don't really know. What are we going to do? Like, we're going to sit here and get mad at him? It is what it is. I do think that Olamide deserves those snaps, but We'll see if they give it to him. Should we still go after Buddha? We should go after anybody that we can get. If we can get somebody in that safety position that's a clear upgrade, do it. If we can get somebody that's a clear upgrade in that cornerback room, do it. Don't be afraid to do anything. I don't think this Eagles team should be afraid to do anything. What's going on, Salah? What's going on? Cup was cooking and Ricks was on him, and everybody would have been blaming Job. But it was Ricks, and everyone loves Ricks, so we changed the narrative to putting a younger player on Cup. I don't think Ricks wasn't on him most of the. If I'm not mistaken, the first couple of drives, they had Mario Goodrich on him. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong about that. Again, like I said, I'm gonna watch the all 22 today, but I think so. I know I have actually the first drive, so we can watch it. Let me see if I have it here. Believe I do. Oh, I believe I do. So, I mean, we'll talk through it. I mean, this is the first drive. And that first play was right there, to Higbee? Yeah, that's Mario Goodrich out there, brother. I'm pretty sure that's Goodrich. Pretty sure that's Goodrich. But I'm gonna go through all the I'm gonna go through all the film later because they will demonetize me quick as hell if I show all that. So how do you think Justin Evans has been playing? I think he's been doing really well. To be 100% honest with you, I think he's been doing very, very well because people. I've been trying to say this. I'm trying to find a different way of saying I told y'all. But I've been trying to say that he has not played a lot of football because of injuries. What's going on, Chiquita? He has been hurt a lot of times. So, and he played for the Bucks. When he actually was out on the field, he did not look that bad. He looked pretty good. But, now he's been able to play. Obviously, he got hurt for that one game, but he's been able to play. He's been doing good. He coming in a day late and $1 short. Not really. We play our safeties pretty deep. Realistically, I think that Evans has been doing good. I don't think that is just a coincidence. You know what I'm saying? And again, I'll watch it, and I'm gonna keep an eye on this defense. That's what I want to watch today. I'm gonna watch like the defensive backs, and I'm gonna watch the cornerbacks and the safeties because that's really what I want to see what's going on there, and I want to see what's going on with them because I think Evans has been playing pretty good. I really do. I'm not saying he's amazing. He's the best corner safety in the world, and there's no upgrade out there, but he's been pretty darn good. I think that there is an obvious change when he's not in there. I think that he's able to at least communicate with the rest of the defense, and there's not as many big plays when he's out there. Not as many. There's still some, but there's not as many. We are already having trouble giving the ball to Goddard and Smitty, wide receivers, the least of my worries. I gotta agree, like we have a lot of weapons right now. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of weapons, and I don't think that maybe we're being a little bit greedy, right? Maybe we're being a little bit greedy trying to look for somebody else to add to the fold because I don't know, we have a lot of weapons. Yes, Al, I agree. He said I wouldn't trade for a good wide receiver just to throw the ball to him once a game. Facts. Have you noticed since Reddick took off that cast, he is balling now? I said it. I told y'all that this would, man. I knew that he was, once that came off, it was hunting season. I knew that. I will say last game he didn't wake up to like the last couple plays, but at least he woke up. Michael Parsons didn't wake up at all. He was asleep the whole game. He was knocked the hell out the whole game. That man didn't wake up for nothing. They had their alarm on and everything. He did not wake up. We got 34 people in the building. Can we get to 30 likes? I appreciate you. If we could get to 30 likes, take a second, just hit that like button for me. I really, really like that, man. But yeah, Michael DeJounte, he's been balling out. Quez has a lot of bad plays. I ain't mad at him. He's an NFL player. What play? He had one bad, bruh. We overdo it. We overdo it with some guys. I'm sorry. Just like people been overdoing it with Job. No, Quez Watkins is not that trade. Y'all make it sound like every time he sees the ball, he runs away from it. This is not Nelson Aguilar. All right, this is not what we're dealing with. He is wide receiver 3. Okay, he is not. Has he been amazing? Has he been catching a touchdown every time he touches the? No, but he does not have that many bad plays. I think it's way overblown. Reddick, Davis, Carter. That's it. Yeah, that defensive line is ridiculous. I mean, there's some plays, and even on the film that I was watching, the little bit of the film that I got to see so far, there was plays that we had Milton Williams, Jordan Davis, and Jalen Carter out there. That is disgusting. That is disgusting. That is going to be so fun to, and they've done it in the red zone, which I think is a big part of why we're able to stop the run down deep in there. So I love it, man. Roby got 25 snaps in the second half. That's when the head coach said shut them down. Yeah. I mean, I have a quote from that actually. So Nick Sirianni was talking about it, and he said we didn't want to put him in a position where he had to play the entire game. That just wouldn't have been fair to him with him being off for the last couple weeks. And so there was going to be a rotation, and I thought the guys did a nice job. I don't think he's wrong. Now, I don't think that we should keep going with a rotation moving forward. I think that Bradley Roby earned that spot, and until he doesn't earn that spot or you get an upgrade, you rock with what you got. I can't believe we're already 45 minutes into the show. This time be going so quick with y'all. Y'all are amazing. Y'all really are amazing. So let me get to some of these graphics I want to get to. I made them. I want to at least get to them. So shout out to Brendan Deeg. In less than 2.5 years as the Eagles starter, Jalen Hurts has now beaten every single NFC team except for the Seahawks. And we play the Seahawks in December. So by the end of this year, he might have beaten every single team in the NFC. That is just incredible. That is just insane. I mean, Jalen Hurts is everything we were hoping he would become and more, in my opinion. I truly do believe that. And if you guys rock with the channel, you guys know I was very critical of him coming into last year. This year, not so much, but going into last year, I was very critical of him. I definitely was. I used to tell y'all, man, this is what's wrong with him. I was critical of him because I felt like everybody gave him a pass on everything he did wrong, but I mean, he's shut me up. He has shut me up and then some. So Howie Roseman, God bless you for drafting this man. Deadass. God bless you for drafting this man. God bless you for not listening to me. Shout out to Jalen Hurts and shout out to Brendan D because I'm stealing another one of his tweets. We're gonna get him on one of these shows because he's a good dude. Me and him talk a lot. Not recently, honestly, but we used to talk a lot and we've had him on the show, so I'm gonna do it again. But he also said that Eagles defense in the second half, 101 yards allowed. What? That's crazy. It felt like we gave 101 yards on that first drive, but in the second half, 101 yards allowed, 3 sacks, 2 of which came from Hassan Reddick, and that the biggest part of that, 0 points. Settle for my Spanish listeners. 0. Zilp. Zitch. How many Super Bowls the Cowboys got in the last 28 years? That's how many points we allowed. That's crazy. Sean Desai did a literal 180. It's very impressive. Very impressive what this team has been able to do. And, every week, I think somebody said in the comments, there hasn't been a game, you don't feel like they take a major step back in any of the games. And I kind of combated it with the Washington game, but it does feel like every week they fix something, right? They fix a problem, whether it was the offense or the defense, because you could look at that Washington game and say the offense looked way better than it did in any other games, right? This game, you could say that the defense looked just as good, if not better than they have in almost any game. Offense has looked incredible in this game. Special teams continues to look good, right? They're not a point of talking anymore, right? They're not a talking point anymore. We're not sitting here saying, oh, that special teams is killing us. And we were saying that for a lot of games last year. You know what I'm saying? A lot of games we were sitting here saying we need to figure out this special teams. This year, not so much. So that's what you want to see. You want to just see at least a continuous improvement, and I feel like we've gotten that. That's what I want to see. Let me get back to some of these comments. Not saying that he isn't wide receiver 3, but historically in big spots. Where though? What big spots has he looked bad in? Has Quez shut you up? Why do we hate Quez? I really want to know because he didn't get that first down. What has Quez really done? Last year, I could give you guys that, there was probably 3 plays that turned into interceptions, mainly because of him. But come on, bro. Come on. I'm sorry. Yeah, we can say that Olamide deserves those snaps, but I feel like we're a little bit unfair to what Quez is. Quez is not been as trash as people are making it seem. And maybe I am an apologist. I got to pick somebody, right? You think we can go get Sauce? If we could get Sauce, I will literally get another Eagles tattoo. If we can get Sauce, I will cry on live. I will literally cry live. Quez gives us enough. See, now I'm about to end this live. Nelson Aguilar, come on, bruh. If you have the same expectations of Quez that you had of Nelson Aguilar, then you're the problem. I'm sorry. Then you're the problem. If you realistically think that Quez was supposed to do what Nelson Aguilar was supposed to do when he came in here, then I'm sorry, you the problem, Red. You my dog. I'll rock with you, but nah, man, not Nelson Aguilar. We're not doing that to him. Quez could have scored if Hurts seen him. Exactly. And then people say, oh, well, he don't trust him. No. Jalen Hurts got to see him. If we're going to hold people accountable, let's hold people accountable. That's all I'm saying. Hold people accountable. Antonio said, I'm a Bama fan, and he has worked into a passer because he wasn't. He proved everyone wrong. He went to Oklahoma, and Lincoln Riley said Jalen was the best quarterback to run RPO, including Mayfield and Murray. Yeah, Jalen Hurts is an amazing story, right? Like, I am going to tell my kids, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to have some. My girl don't know yet, but we're going to have 3. But no, I'm going to tell my kids, like, listen, don't ever say you can't do nothing. Because we had a black president, you know what I'm saying? And we had Jalen Hurts. We had 2 people that I never thought I would see something, because Jalen Hurts, what he did, I knew that he had talent, and I'll never take that away from him. I always said that he had an elite trait as a runner, but the strides that he made as a quarterback are incredible. They really are. They're just amazing. As a leader, I didn't know who he was as a leader. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. I didn't really watch him in college like that, so I didn't really know. But the leader he is probably more impressive than what he is as a player, and that's saying a lot. I'm losing my voice again. If Quez wasn't jumping around, why didn't he run to open space to get in Jalen's line of sight? Really, bruh? Really? What did you want him to do? You wanted him to go back to Jalen Hurts, run up to him like, yo, I'm open in the back. I'm going to run back there now. Can you just throw it to me? Like, bro, Jalen Hurts makes mistakes just like anybody else. As I sit here and say all that good stuff about Jalen makes mistakes just like everybody else. And if we aren't willing to admit them, if we're not willing to sit here and be like, listen, that might have been on Jalen, it's all right. We're going to fall into a space where we run off players that don't necessarily deserve to be run off. There's been times where A.J. Brown is wide open and he's getting mad. Yo, I'm right here. Is A.J. Brown trash? No. If you gave Quez Watkins the volume that a number 1 guy got, I don't think you would be seeing the percentage of mistakes. I think that it's just that he's under such a microscope because he doesn't get the amount of carries, the amount of touches that, these other guys get. So when he makes a mistake, it's on Front Street. It is, because that's the last thing you remember him of. He's only getting 1 or 2 targets a game. So if he makes a mistake on one of those targets, it's like, what the hell did he do today? And that's all you think of. But I just think it's not. I don't think it's all on Quez. At the end of the day, I love Quez. I love Jay. I love this team. I like Quez. I don't know, Benjamin. You're saying some mean things about my dog, Quez. No, I like Quez. I mean, we all do. I just don't want to get into that part where we're like, oh yeah, Quez is trash, because he's not trash. And he's not Nelson Aguilar, and that will really piss me off. I'm gonna be real. That he is not Nelson Aguilar at all, not even close. So get that out of y'all mouth. Don't say that. Y'all gonna make his trainer start hating me, and that's my dog. So Dave Radio gave a solid history of Quez F's up game by game to the beginning. It was damning. Where he said that on here? Where is that? I want to see that game by game thing. I want to see that. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm always, y'all know me. I'm always open to be wrong. If I'm wrong, I'll sit here and be like, you know what, he need to go. I'm already saying he needs to be on the bench. I think that Olamide deserves his snaps, but I'm not gonna call him trash. They're still complaining about the loss against Washington last year when he got stripped on the go route. Yeah, I mean, bro, like, come on, man. Birds 365, they did it. When was it? Today? I'll go watch that. Who's on Birds 3? That's John McMullen, right? We've had John McMullen on here. I've been trying to get J-Mac on here, but he don't like me, I guess. No, I'm just kidding. It's interesting people say it about Barnett, but he's not trash. Barnett, I mean, yeah, he's not trash. He's a productive player. He's just annoying. I think, I think that's what it comes down to. And I've always said that, he produces, he gets you sacks, he gets you numbers, but yeah, he's just annoying. That's really what it comes down to. I feel like he does a lot of soft stuff, like a lot of mentally soft stuff. How he drafted Quez and how he's loyal to his guys. And he's not trash, and he's not getting paid that much. It's not like he was a first-round pick. I just feel like Quez can get going, but yeah, he needs to capitalize on his opportunities because he's not trash in my opinion. But yeah, he needs to. Today it was in the comments, was that you? If you watch Jalen at Bama, he was the man as a true freshman, and in his second year, he had a bad first half, and Saban pulled him. Barnett gets you penalties when you don't need them. Yeah, I hate that, man. Y'all gotta go listen. I'm gonna put it in the comments. So usually you guys know we make James eat crow during the right after the game. Usually we like to do it right after the game, but unfortunately I was at work, so I couldn't. I couldn't do it till yesterday. So we did it last night, and it was just mad late. But I want you guys to go check it out and talk your junk. You know what I'm saying? It was funny. I mean, I'll give it to him, bro. He always keeps it on it. He was upset. It is what it is. How many penalties has he given us? Not this year. He hasn't done anything this year, I don't think, right? I don't think he's had any penalties this year, but he's also on a pitch count. So, it is what it is. That's how we feel about Quez. He's not trash, but he's annoying. All right. I'll give you that. I'll live with that. I can eat that. I just don't like when people say that whole, he's garbage, he needs to go, you cut him. Like, that's just ignorant to me. I'm sorry. Gonna watch after the live. Got to see this. Yeah, it was good. It was a good one. Okay, so why is Barnett still getting more snaps than Nolan Smith? That's a great question, but Nolan Smith, I think they're trying to bring him along. I truly believe, and I don't know, but I truly feel like they want him to be more than just a pass rusher. I think that they're trying to train him to be a little bit more than just a pass rusher. If they just wanted him to pass rush, I think they would have been just had him out there, but I think there's more to it. I think they want to see more out of him. So we'll see, though. I think that it's a long season. We'll probably see more from him. I was a Quez believer, but my plate full of words is sitting here. I hear you. I definitely hear you. I mean, look, I get being frustrated, and I'm not going to take that away from anybody. I'm frustrated with Quez because one of my viral tweets was saying that Quez Watkins was going to have a revenge season, and that ain't looking too good. And he still don't follow me on Twitter. So it's like, it is what it is, man. But, I still believe in him. I still think that he's going to make a big play or two here and there for us in this season. And we're all going to be like, that's why we got him. And, I'm going to come on here and say my favorite words that I told y'all that it was going to happen. Concerned Cafe patron said, all I know is all the Cowboys fans that made fun of Hurts getting benched in college. Dak just got benched on national TV. He's done out there. Yeah. Bro, if I was them, let Trey Lance get it going. Let Trey Lance see what's up. They even had Sam Darnold in against it. Like, that's how the Niners did not take y'all serious. They was like, you know what, Sammy, go get some snaps, big dog. Go do your thing, big dog. Go snap. Go get some snaps. Mr. Rudy Poo says Quez blows Joe. He does not make plays when it matters the most. Come on, man. Come on. One first down is not when it mattered the most. Y'all acting like this was in the Super Bowl for the game-winning play. Like, come on, bro. He makes mistakes. Don't get me wrong. He made mistakes last year. He makes mistakes this year. But he does not blow. He's not trash. I don't agree with that. But what's going on, Mr. Rudy Poo? What's going on, brother? It was his route concepts. Oh, hold on. Yeah. Didn't BGJ say that they were better off with Kellen Moore? They did. I remember that. We're going to see what happens this week. This is the worst time for them to be playing Kellen Moore. I'll tell you that much. They better blow Kellen Moore out. That offense better go insane. And I'm just going to ignore the Quez suck stuff. Oz might have gotten that first. He probably would have. I definitely think that Olamide deserves the job. I'm not going to say shit. If we could trade Quez in a 4 for Chin, I'm doing that quick. I would do that quick. Look, I like Quez, but I'm not no idiot now. You know what I'm saying? I'll sit here and defend Quez because I don't think he's trash, but I'm not no idiot. If we could do that, I would do that in a heartbeat. I would personally go Uber. You know what I'm saying? I would pick up Quez and bring him to Carolina. I live right next to Carolina. Take a plane to Florida, Quez. I got you. I'll bring you down there. Don't worry. Trust me. Don't get it twisted. All right, guys. I do like Quez, and I will defend him when people are saying outlandish stuff. But if he can get us a better player, hey, we gonna do that. There ain't nobody safe to me outside of like Jalen Hurts, Jalen Carter, Hassan Reddick, Reed Blankenship, probably our whole offensive line, probably our whole defensive, at least the starting defensive line. Outside of that, ain't AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert. There's a lot of people I wouldn't give up, but there's a lot of people I would. You know what I'm saying? There's definitely a lot of people I would give up. Quez needs to lift some weights. You ain't wrong about that. You definitely ain't wrong about that. Remember, Okus, the Dallas content creator, said Mozzie was better than Carter. Yeah, they all quiet now. But that's why I don't get caught up in that Eagles versus Cowboys Twitter stuff, because people just be saying stuff just to say stuff, to be honest. Shout out to all content creators, and, no hate in my heart, but I'll be forgetting that some of these Eagles content creators do Eagles content, because it's like, y'all talk about the Dallas Cowboys every day. And that's why I like doing the best of enemies, because yesterday, that was it for me. I'm probably not going to say nothing about the Cowboys loss on Twitter or anything. We'll talk about it here if y'all bring it up here and there. I really don't care, but at the end of the day, I don't care now. I heard James mad. I saw James upset. I'm cool now. I'm all right. That made my week. Stoll caught one. Stoll looks good. Jack Stoll's the man, bro. Y'all know I love Jack Stoll. Shout out to his family. If y'all watching, salute to y'all. Y'all got a real one, man. We got to get Jack back on the show. I wonder if I got his number, so I might just call him, see if he'll get back on the show. Gainwell too. Yeah, Gainwell. I don't know. Keep that same energy. The same energy y'all got for Quez. I want y'all saying that Gainwell sucks. If y'all gonna say that Gainwell sucks, if you look at stats, Nelson compared to Quez. But you can't do that. Nelson was literally our number one wide receiver for like most of the time he was there. Sorry, I missed the best of enemies. My favorite place to talk garbage. You good. It was my fault. We had to do it mad late. So it is what it is. That was Feets the King. Yeah, foot on his neck, the King. That's what his name should be. A foot on the Cowboy's neck. That's what they should be. Brother, look, I would be embarrassed. I wouldn't even talk about it. I'm going to be real with y'all. If we got our ass whooped like that and we were making it a huge game like that, I would probably not come on the show next day. I'd just be like, listen, I'm sick. I would, you know what I mean? I would do one of those fake call-ins and be like, I ain't feeling good. I don't know what's going on. I think I caught something. Yeah, I don't know how they even... Twitter's been very quiet. It's been very calm. It feels like a whole different place, you know what I'm saying? With all these Cowboys fans so quiet. But I can't wait to whoop the 49ers ass. I really cannot wait. That they aren't more hated than anybody in the NFC East, but I will say they are quickly becoming one of my least favorite fan bases. I will tell you that much, because they just talk and talk and talk. And the craziest part is that with all that talking, they don't say shit. They don't say nothing, but they talk and talk. Like, shut the hell up. I'm so tired of hearing people say, oh, if Brock Purdy was in there, if you didn't block possibly our best pass rusher with a tight end, well, I guess you can, because you did it against the Cowboys and Micah Parsons ain't do nothing. But if you block Hassan Reddick with a tight end, what happens, dog. It is what it is. Joe, who is that content creator you do the Saturday show with? Is he quiet? Nah, we did it last night. The quote, the message that I dropped here, I'm going to pin it to the chat. I'm going to pin it. So the pinned message is the live that we did. We do it whenever we lose or whenever anybody loses. And, it's funny because somebody in the chat was like, So we only do this when the Cowboys lose. And James had to eat crow. He was like, bruh, we do it whenever whoever's team loses, but we ain't lose yet. The Eagles ain't lose yet, so we can't do it. 49ers look hot right now. Then week 13 will come, and they're going to learn their place. Facts. And I can't wait for the excuses. It's going to be, oh, well, this person that wasn't there, or this person was shut that. We're going to beat y'all out. I can't wait. I really cannot wait to just beat them down. I am more excited for that game than I am the Cowboys game. I'm going to be real with you. I am. And it's not that I'm overlooking the Cowboys. Once that game comes, I'm going to be hyped for it. It's going to be all that trash talk and everything, but I cannot wait to shut the 49ers up. I really cannot. All offseason, we had to hear that. Philly would never get smacked like that. I hope not. I damn sure hope not. And if we do, I'm going to be pissed off. But no, I think that we match up very well against them. How many quarterbacks do they go through? We'll see. I mean, in our game, they might not even want to start Brock Purdy. If I was them, I would just be like, listen, we're not going to start Brock Purdy. We just going to let y'all win this one, so hopefully we can get to the playoffs healthy, because we saw what y'all did to our quarterback last time. And that's another thing. You got to think, once Brock Purdy comes it's in Philly, right? Brock Purdy comes to Philly. First of all, I know he's going to be scared in Philly. Brock Purdy is not a Philly-type dude. Philly's going to be scared. I mean, not Philly. Brock Purdy going to be scared in Philly. He going to be looking around, see a bunch of people he ain't used to seeing, hear a bunch of things he ain't used to hearing. You ain't in Kansas no more, buddy. This ain't San Francisco, okay? This is not San Francisco. People are not as nice as they might be out there. You are coming to unwelcoming territory, unfriendly territory. What's the enemy territory? That's what the definition of enemy territory. And then once he gets on that field, imagine that. He's going to sit there, he's going to get under center, and across from him, he's going to see the man that ended his playoff run last year. That's what he's going to see. He's going to see that he's going to rewind back to that hit. He's going to rewind to all the drills he had to go through, all the physical therapy he had to go through, all the talk in the offseason, all the crying that the 49ers fans and players did about Brock Purdy getting knocked out that game. And he's going to look over to Josh Johnson, and he's going to ask him, are you ready? Because I don't know if I'm going to make it. That's what's going to happen, bro. Brock Purdy going to be reminded as soon as he sees Hassan Reddick. And that is a mental game that we got to play. That is a mental game I'm ready to play. Cannot wait. Jalen has too much pride to get beat like that. Facts. It's funny. Somebody said on Twitter, it was Pastor Carl Day. Shout out to Pastor Carl Day. He was like, Cowboys need to just go out there and punch somebody. That's how I feel. If we losing like that, go start a fight. That's it. I don't care. I don't care how immature that is, how ignorant that might sound. If we losing by 30 damn points, go fight somebody. Go, you know what I'm saying? I want to see a hockey type front fight. I don't care. They get me excited about something. That being said, time for the Jets. Hope we can throw at Sauce for some flags. Yeah. I mean, and even if we don't, I don't care how we win. Just go out there and beat their butt. Hassan Reddick is Brock Purdy's kryptonite. Facts. It's going to be a great game. I'm hyped, but this is going to be a tough stretch of games, and I'm all in. We're going to learn all about ourselves these next coming weeks. We are going to learn all about ourselves. We got the Dolphins, we got the Cowboys. Washington again should be a decent game. Jets have a really good defense, so that's going to test us in that way. And then you look at obviously the Kansas City Chiefs, the Bills, that we're playing those two teams in 6 days. So it's going to be tough. It's going to be hard. Dre Greenlaw punching the ball last year. Yeah, he was mad. He was upset. And I liked it. I like it. I can't wait, and I hope the 49ers play aggressive hero ball. We use that against them. Exactly, Marley. That's what you got to do. You got to use their aggression against them. And we know one of their guys. We know one of their best guys on their defensive line, Hassan Reddick. Run the ball down his throat. Every time Hassan Reddick is on that field, run the ball down his throat. I am so dead serious about that. What did we all say about Hassan Reddick? What was his knock? Right? He was a great pass rusher. Couldn't do nothing in the run game. Right? That's why we had to go Linval Joseph, go get Ndamukong Suh, because he couldn't do nothing. Run it down his throat. Run it down his throat. And when he's on the ground, spit on him. Don't do that. I'm just kidding. Don't spit on him. I still got love for him. He did his thing. He helped us get to the Super Bowl. Psych, beat his ass. I don't care. I don't got no love for him. Why did I say Reddick? Hargrave. Yeah. Why did I say Reddick? Hargrave. Why did I say Reddick? I'm losing my mind. It's Hassan and Hargrave. That's what it was. I'll use that. Y'all knew what I was talking about. All right. Y'all knew what I was talking about. He can't stop the run. All right. Y'all know what I was talking about. I'm tired, y'all. All right. I had a long night. The Eagles are a damn good team. Oh, my God. Wow. Steven. Oh, shoot. We pinning your chat. We pinning yours. Yeah, we replacing that pinned comment. The Eagles are a damn good team. You got to love that. You got to love that. Hargrave is all pass rush. He is. Javon Hargrave is a punk. Javon Hargrave ain't nothing. He was good last year. I'll say that. He was really good last year. Now that he's not on the Eagles, he's trash. If Shador Sanders is on the board late second round, do you take him? I'm not going to answer that. I'm not going to answer that. I would say no. Realistically, I would say no, but I wouldn't be surprised if we did. I would not be surprised if we did. Randy Gregory is a solid pickup. He is. No, let's not be mean to Steve. He came in here being honest. That took a lot from him. I give it to him. I took a lot from Steve, bro, because Steve usually be in here talking that talk. So that took a lot from him. I respect that he came in here and said that. It's crazy how easy the 49ers schedules is, but this is a must-win for us. Yeah, it is kind of weird how their schedule is pretty easy, right? But that's because the AFC's trash this year. I feel like the winner of the NFC championship game is the winner of the Super Bowl. Maybe we see Penny finally in the Niners game. It seems like his kind of game, running him at the Niners D repeatedly, would seem to benefit us. Yeah. Calm down, Ben. That had to be hard for him, as much crap as they talk. Exactly. Hey, any Cowboys fan that can come in here and, give us our flowers, I respect it. That is not easy to do. I'd say that much. That is not easy to do, because I have a lot of friends that do content for Dallas Cowboys, and I have never went in their chat and been like, y'all look good. I have not. I might have said it to them on the phone or, in private, but I ain't going on their chat. I don't usually say their schedule is easy, but they keep saying it about our schedule. Exactly. Our schedule is technically the hardest, I guess, right? Not with the KC refs in full effect. Look up Gregory's stats, please, and tell me why he is solid. I mean, he's a good pass rusher, but Denver sucks. Denver's absolutely garbage. He's a headache, though, too, so we'll see what happens. I'm glad the Eagles didn't get him, but he is good depth for them. I respect that, Steven. I respect that. But either way, I didn't realize that I went over that an hour. But we got 45 people in here, man. I appreciate y'all. Y'all are really good people. Y'all didn't need to hear this from me, but y'all are pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? So let me look at this poll one more time. 57 votes so far. 77% are saying that the Eagles have finally found their groove. 23% of you saying no, they have not. I agree with the yes. I think that they have. I think that they found some things that can work for them. I do believe that they need to get better still. I still think that there's room for improvement, but I do think that they found something that works for them. What's the Eagles' rookie sack record? And can Jalen Carter break it? He's a beast. Thank you, Chicago. Let me look that up before we get up. That's a good question. $13. So Reggie White had 13 in 1985. He might be able to break that. What's the NFL rookie record? I wonder if that's the record. Oh no, Javon Curse. Wow, Javon Curse had the most. He used to play for the Eagles too. Javon Curse had 14 and a half. So that's the NFL record. The Eagles is 13 and a half. What if he does? That would be crazy. I got Philadelphia losing in Baltimore in the Super Bowl. That would be interesting. What's crazy is after the Rams game, some dolts were saying What are we gonna play? When are we gonna play a good team? Always an excuse from these fools. Yeah, people always got something to say. Mahomes manages to put the Niners down easily, though. We need that magic. Yeah, we'll get it. We got it. I ain't worried about it. Did I get the journals? Not yet. I'm gonna go check again today. We just moved out here like a month ago, and it's weird because we got a bunch of stuff, and now they're not bringing us nothing. So we might actually have to go to the post office. But yeah, long story short, I know none of you guys cared about that. That was a long story about I know none of you guys cared about that, but yeah, we might have to go run to the post office. You can't use Reggie because he came from the USFL after a few years. All right, so who's the next then, I guess? Let me see who has the next. Corey Simon. So Corey Simon had 9.5 in 2000. Shout out to Corey Simon. So Jalen Carter is already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he's 7th all time in rookies sack for a year. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So he's only a half a sack behind Jerome Brown, rest in peace. He's a sack and a half behind Trent Cole and Derek Barnett. Interesting. Mike Mamula. Who remembers Mike Mamula? Wow, I didn't know he had 5.5 sacks his rookie year. And Fletcher Cox also had 5.5 his rookie year. Kevin Johnson had 6. Derek Burgess had 6. Corey Simon had 9.5, and then Reggie White had 13. And that's crazy because Reggie White only played 13 games. That's actually crazy. That's actually crazy. Yeah, so I mean, he could break that record. That's cool. Balti is trash. Baltimore, I haven't really been watching them, so I'm not going to talk about him. What's going on, Infamous? What's going on, brother? That's little bro. I know he a Washington fan, but he always been little bro. He been a day one. The Ron Rivera roller coaster. We lose 5 straight, then win the next 6 out of 7, then have a chance at the playoffs, and then barely miss out on the playoffs. I'm calling it now. I wouldn't be surprised. I would have to look at y'all schedule, but I wouldn't be surprised. Y'all have been up and down all year. Yeah, he's at the USPS. They have one of those canvas baskets carts full for you, and act like it's your fault. Yeah, facts. Y'all come to my house every day. Just put it there. It says my name. Just put it there. Like, you ain't got to think about it. Just put it there. You know what I'm saying? Like, just grab the stuff, and put it in the slot. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand how we gotten other stuff. Like, we've gotten other stuff, but apparently, I don't know. I ain't gonna talk about it. Y'all don't care. I'm just talking about random stuff at this point. I predict that Jalen Hurts will be considered the best Eagles QB ever, multiple MVPs and 4-time Super Bowl runner-up. Yeesh. Okay, Steven, you want a moderator, so you gonna get that. I don't think any Cowboys fans have a moderator right now, but you the first one, bro, big dog. You keep saying good things about our team. You know what I'm saying? The AFC is low-key trash, to be honest. I don't see any AFC team better than Philly. I don't either. I think that realistically, whoever wins the NFC Championship game will probably win the Super Bowl outside of maybe the Patriots. Now he's just trolling at this point. Yeah, I'll take it. I don't think he's trolling. I think he's serious. 4-time Super Bowl runner-up. I didn't see that part. All right. Yeah, maybe he is trolling. I didn't see the runner-up part. I got to read the rest of the things. He can keep the moderator, though, for now. I'll take it away later. But, yeah, it is. Dolphins not better. We'll see. We're going to find that out. Is Nelson Aguilar even still playing? Who does Nelly play for now? Is he still with the Patriots? Oh, he plays for the Ravens now. That sucks. Yeah, no, they're not making it to the Super Bowl. Now he plays for Baltimore. Yeah, they're not making it to the Super Bowl with him. Baltimore dropped another touchdown. They got smoked by Buffalo. No. Yeah, I mean, look, a lot of teams are weird this year. So I'm not putting any stock into what teams do against other teams. I want to see what we do against them. And I think we have a good chance against any team, realistically. But shout out to everybody in the chat, man. We got 43 people still in here. If we can get to 40 likes, I would really, really appreciate that. But I appreciate you guys coming in here, man. Like I said, I know that there's a ton of other people that do morning shows. None quite like us, though. You know what I'm saying? None quite like us. We do things a little bit differently out here. But I am going to be working on a all 22, looking at that. So be on the lookout for that. I don't know when I'm going to drop it, where I'm going to drop it, but you guys will be the first to know. But other than that, y'all know what it is, man. I love y'all. Hope y'all have a great day. I hope everything goes well for y'all. But it's Fly Eagles Fly, and we are out here. Say it with me in the comments, y'all. That's my favorite part of this show. Peace!
Everywhere, this is for you.
Fly was flying on the team. Touchdown. Time to get Jalen this ring. You don't really want to start a thing. This a bird gang nation, baby. It's a Philly thing. Hater, and you looking like you type trash. I'm just here calling on Philly the podcast. And we can call a man dog or watch Miles score off the handoff. Rest of the division, your man saw Jackson like Sean, hunting like Randall. Season here, early time to do him in. Your boy Philly Fresco. Thanks for tuning in.